anything's plausible is just a placebo. You gotta believe it first if you wanted me, amigo. Please don't tease, go leap forward to Mount Zion zenith, diving deep in the eye of a volcanic teacher. Granite features peeking up and outlasting creatures in a habitat for eons, with fungal magic weaving the fabric of this labyrinth's design. A savage desire and a command of my mind. Let Atlas through his palace, fixing the drafts where the demons can pass the retreat. Nah, this my castle in Zebra. It takes practice, failing back to back. The pact that remains in my fractured past, and recreate how I managed to last. I built habits like the great Athens in Greece and the plateau of Giza. I'm trying to fathom a reason, but they banned this thesis. Now they feeding us full of malarkey. Man, what the fuck is this? I'm just swimming in a pool of malarkey while I sift through what is toxic. And then watch this, as soon as I started, I got a garden that's now blooming in garbage. It's astoundingly resilient and hardening, but I gotta keep cultivating. Omega, well son, daughter son of the universe. In the universe is a macrocosmic conglomeration of molecules, balanced by the laws that this dimension follows. They handle all the chaos and manage efficiently. In the shadow, I handle the slit to see the pattern of the We're here with a gift to bring, man. I got no fear, but it gets to be a battle for serenity. But I'm never gonna surrender, my teeth are chattering like I'm trekking freezing temperatures while hallucinating my enemies. But I choose to take a step back for perspective. The lesson here is to protect our freedom, a set path or a destiny, no. It's not meant to be, I just let it be. But I need ceremony to harmonize with the earth, hear its frequency and calm my higher self and elevate and disperse lingering trauma deep in me. With meditation, my spirit, body, mind is prophesized that we're cursed, seemingly lobotomized and immersed in the ego, but the stars aligned. Watch them turn the tides, feel the vibe in the age of Aquarius.
If you're tired of the way
have faith, give thanks, this ain't over yet. Round one's now done and I'm going up next.
you're tired of the way
Every day ain't great, but sure enough, I get up when it gets tough, goal and mindset.
you're tired.
Somehow, at 25, I've just learned to love water. Instead of giving my money for some that's served inside of a bottle. Well, Nestle is earning monopoly profits off at watching us squabble, cause they just want us all in hostile brothels burning down on the level. No more than bullies pounding the bed in fear of who they found in reflection. Tier 02, then pow, cracking their head in. With the sound crashing, their headache splitting, drowned out with some medicine, and it's medicine of the crowd. Instead of sitting around, I bound and spread out my wings in the clouds. I found evidence of us living profound inside my essence by wishing out loud, treading through thick and thin, stepping with dignity. And when I need to, I dignity gritty. Quit your bitching. Cause it don't matter where you are, kid, the home is wherever your heart is. You gotta harness your soul in the metal you garnish. The farm with abattoir date, your behavior follows you karmic. I used to wallow in darkness, but now I maneuver the chaos, embarking on a true mission, honoring gardens, knowledge, humans and all of the varmints. Call it using intuition, armed with two hands like a Spartan. Move fast but be cautious and do dance when there's opportunities to do so. Cause it ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
Get tired of no way out.
Have faith, give thanks, this ain't over yet. Round one's now done and I'm going up next.
Get tired of no way out.
Every day ain't great, but sure enough, I get up when it gets tough, goal and mindset.
Get tired.
And you could say I bit off more than I can chew, but I'd rather take a bite and struggle than forfeit, cause it's huge. I'm not eating with a fork, man, I need a forklift and a crew, cause I'm chillin' and eating a poor man, but wealthy in force of youth. Oof. Yeah, que sera, sera, I'm born anew every morning, dude. I gotta continue moving toward the truth, warding off troop hordes with music. And a case of bomb is pot as long as it can flourish through this shit. Monsanto be spewing it, abandoning rural traditions for new world misuse of this blue pearl. Damn, it's turning to desert land just to serve desert and fat earning some network blasphemy. If we're all bent on perching in the castle with the hassle of everyone out of every path, then eventually trepidation will turn disaster where actions are met and faced with a burning passion of ash to protect a space that will serve as ashes for a massive phoenix rebirth on the planet. I'm not saying I'm above any of what we're going through as a collective. I'm just looking for the best possible moves I can make to help others, this world, and myself. Me, you, he died. Who am I? What am I doing here? I gotta verify. We used to be truthless and clearer. Hear of all this genocide that moves to the searing heat and the eastern fear. We tend to hide and peer at the nearest series. We'll be you up in your mind. The industry subsidizing terrorist units and the virus try to keep us in the city streets. Too scared to move as they're rewriting ages of history while replacing all their pain, so we don't question the game. No blame unless it's same as getting all our blessings to launch nukes, but pay no mind. That's too crazy to follow. We can't change without acknowledging the hate that we face every day in these grottos. This makes no sense to me, yet we're still filled with rage toward our fam, while the bad guys act like saviors of our national guidelines. Cozy in the pen, we're slowly giving in our souls for Benjamins. Well, acting's fine by all of it, but I'm not a bit. My heart throbs on this shit. My job's to live and ponder consciousness while rocking this, not stalking condiments. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining cause I live so fortunate, but I got this thing inside my thoughts. I think, God, there's something missing, how all of us live. So honestly, we gotta stop by honoring the all in us. Yeah. Adorned with the forces of nature, stored in my stature. This statue I'm not attached to, it's mortal, but prayer is immortal. Won't stay here for long. For now, it course through my veins. Just for now, I've got the power. Battling bush so high, blocks out the sky like the 70s, trekking the path that's hiding my reefer. I'm so thankful cause I couldn't tell the clouds from the dioxide haze and escape for the man-made rock and steel, precariously staring at me like Steely Dan's royal scam. Fuck your plan, the caves of Altamira is where you'll find me, escaping all the mirrors and smoke. It's amazing, the cage for consciousness, and so I'm praying for the days we can't have no more fear while in the maze with my maid and making her body shaking. No time, you know why? I'm so fly, I hold myself so high with her hand grip so tight but just like right. I bred with the enemies but keep them in parentheses. A fable ain't complete without them, and every ending scene's a new beginning, filling the void that every question brings. My voice is an instrument of telepathy emanating through collective consciousness, resonating like Tesla beams, slowly line to line pyramids of the Holocene. Fuck the dependency from all these people. We've been letting lies speak through democracy, cause it's easier than acknowledging. We've been fed with feces for all these years like a centipede end to end. Yo, we're all in this, and it stems through generations. The trauma sits in our DNA, altering how we all exist. Well, you're stalling, bitch, or you call it quits. I'm all in with these hardened chips, but I won't bet on stacked cards like this. I'm going off grid. Wanna find me? You can see me sailing the sailor's sea. I pray for you, don't need you praying on me. I got people to feed and a place to be and a home to build, so I can't act like I'm fine with all of this, cause I'm not a bit. My heart throbs on this shit. My job's to live and ponder consciousness while rocking this, not stocking condiments. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining cause I live so fortunate, but I got this thing inside my thoughts. I think, God, there's something missing how all of us live. So honestly, we gotta stop by honoring the all in us. Yeah. Yo. Hey, that. I don't really do competition, I just do it my own and know that I'ma get it. I don't got a hood, this globe is all I'm reppin'. Chillin' in the bushes of British Columbia, steppin' on this native ground. Assimilated now by colonists, pushing their vision of hatred down the throats of all races. Take away their power, conglomerated in all the cities with racist clowns running them. You see they're nothing but us, an adult reflection of doubting and trusting no one while they scrape the ground. Scrambling like they in the coffin 6 feet down. Maybe to you death tastes sour, but I taste flowers. Hours of my days counted in a resentful, regretful mind state towering over my vibration like it's a Wi-Fi station. It's why my brain's aching, but I can't evade this sound. Every day I put my hands together and give thanks, and I don't know if I have another, so I'ma live it like this, yeah. I go for broken everything. After if I'm not broken, then I'm officially broken. Get yours before your soul gets so in. Your sovereignty back, you can't control when. But I try to influence it anyway. I don't float but throw me the ocean. I'ma face it and split it like Moses did for his family, cause I go for broken everything. Time don't wait for no man's sake, I'm going every day. None of this will come easy, the system is draining all of us. It's hard to stop when demons are beating insane on all the walls. But honestly, being decent and ignoring all we got is constantly replaying this inside of your brain. Ignorance ain't bliss when your life's at stake. If your spirit's in an abyss, then find a way to find it. It might take days lying awake, but lying and shaking when fate shakes your life in a way you can't hide from. We'll make it 8 times worse later, bruh. The charade is up, you can't make this up. Who do you trust if you're faking yourself? Trauma is one thing, but blaming another is just continuing what you despise. So while your ego tripping lost at the flaming gates of Hades, I see more kids acknowledge gossip, hate, and shame than daisies. On meals are the non-stop respiration traded with the CO2 weeders that chop up oxygen. Amazing. What a job swapping toxic gases, hazing, turning drop rocks into lavish places, paving ways for life to travel. It be racing while we're chasing for the top spot, battling and waging war. For gathering a wage to soar, has to bait a score. And yeah, it makes some sense, of course, it's the way we're born. But our path is advancing, and we have to slay the force that is as trash in our habitat for the sake of more. That's why I don't really do competition, I just do it my own and know that I'ma get it. I don't got a hood, this globe is all I'm reppin'. Chillin' in the bushes of British Columbia, steppin' on this native ground. Assimilated now by colonists, pushing their vision of hatred down the throats of all races. Take away their power, conglomerated in all the cities with racist clowns running them. You see they're nothing but us, an adult reflection of doubting and trusting no one while they scrape the ground. Scrambling like they in the coffin 6 feet down. Maybe to you death tastes sour, but I taste flowers. Hours of my days counted in a resentful, regretful mind state towering over my vibration like it's a Wi-Fi station. It's why my brain's aching, but I can't evade this sound. Every day I put my hands together and give thanks. I'm holding Holding a candle up, glow like a lantern. Show me what's glorious, savage, pure and what's rancid. To open my aspect and soul like a panoramic glass lens, panning like the planet does. This you can't get on cameras. You gotta be there to fathom it. Imagine with me for a second the weight of 1,000 suns crushing down in my chest. Every breath I don't let go, 'cause I was always told when I was grown to shut up, sit down, listen. Drugged and then kicked out of the school district and disowned by my peers, man. What the fuck? Whip a man and beat him, or move you a mile. Give the same man their freedom. Now he's moving through mountains, free to use his hidden power. You can wish like Sisyphus, continuing to try and count hours to eat a bit of that poop that you're plowing for your food. Like a dung beetle, what's evil? Some people fiend, can't get enough. Squeezing us, we is dehydrated, keeping up with the what the fuck. I'm not trying to find a scapegoat, no. Fuck that, hiding in a safe zone ain't no way to live. I'ma get lost, ripping up the big box, repping for the hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. The lane low far too long, do a limbo with the bar too large. I get stronger for next time, but what the fuck?
Notice I'm sitting in the lotus. I could add your ankles up since the 5th grade, my homie. Pythagorean theorem and the serum of devotees. Serotonin and the golden in the land of milk and honey. Anatomy appearing like a clear rainbow battery. Charge of fully loosen yoga and relax, but it's funny. The past is in the mirror and the fear always hassles me, but knowing me, I won't back down to a challenge.
Holding a candle up, glow like a lantern. Show me what's glorious, savage, pure and what's rancid. To open my aspect and soul like a panoramic glass lens, panning like the planet does. This you can't get on cameras. You gotta be there to fathom it. Imagine with me for a second. Life can be dark as a midnight on a new moon, crawling through a pin-sized hole. As long as the universe is old, I move through it like a black hole. Pop out the other side and cast forth, transform molecules that zip light speed and do anything imaginable. You choose. We gifted with life in a split second, die and then reappear prime vital in your child's eye. Growth is our kind's only hope. Do you get it yet? Death is inevitable. Try not to revel in your head's full of jelly. Live your life as your own. Oh, whoa, oh, 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 oh. What the fuck are you doing? It's weird that we can be so close but so distant. If my neighbor passed, I don't know if I'd miss him. That's what the minds have mended. Mine has mended, vines ascended. I'll avenge our lives in quest with a divine intention. And jar light shining down on this isle, blessing me with the trifecta. Length, height, width, countless dimension is a gas, solid, liquid, spirit, mind, and flesh. As a man, woman, child with 3 eyes to question the past, future, present, disty time, space, like a spiral and tesseract, electron, proton, neutron, and a quantum entanglement. There's obvious, endless, and massless power that hangs all over between the lines to feed mankind and harness like Tesla had. Before Newton flamed his lab, a poor dude did more for generations that have yet to come than paid staff on government funds that are ignoring it and raising the tax rates up. Fuck it. I'ma smoke another fast spliff while I'm sitting by the river Styx. There ain't no salmon in this damn place, and you can't patch that with no band-aid. The blood is running thick, but it will feed the wounded. Just give it time. We're standing in the last days and beginning every chance we take. So call me the straight maddest hatter, yanking rabbits at a rapper's ass to bat 'em back, a batter, swang matter, splatter from my paint platter, plaster 8 out on the canopy. My canvas scrapes past the atmosphere, and I don't just peer. I dash and gambade, an acrobatic backflip and the manifest, a magic paraglider, traveling air for miles, battling daring trials, passing my fear and rising up to the apex of the atlas to spread seeds through the planet. Because you lack the nutrients, a do-rag and new way kicks don't prove that you're cool with it. Come through strapped with new nasty moves and I'll produce this shit. I'm too legit, but you're probably saying, who is this? It's dot, and I'm schooling kids, this tutelage. I'm still getting down, but I'm tutelage with my trained prowess and the weight and power of unity. I see the you and me. I ain't trying to wet your broad, mate, or take a step down Broadway. I got a dream of peace, but I'll wet you up when it's broad day. I'm just kidding, but I'll slap you wake with this bomb bass. Each punchline is stronger than the saw bang. You're not just knocked, you're obliterated like Martian planes. The stars, worms, and birds circle way above where your arm, leg, arm, and your face have started to decay. Do you stare, or do you march in with faith? We got billionaires that are vomiting on top of their plates, while the poor die after they have fought for a taste. And the upper middle class don't contemplate, cause they've been stuck in a little bubble of imagination,
Sculpted by too many years of colonization. Caught inside fears that I walked away from.
Hey doc, got a lot to say. I talk Atlantis and Pangea while I'm dancing with grand beings. We can transfer up to demons and it's not fantasy. Believe it, I've been traveling to a dream, enchanting, counting on beads and chiefing. It is a sovereign right to be here, sharing this bounty for the people. There's too much to see and reason, just don't agree with what they're saying. Smoke another fast split while I'm sitting by the river Styx. There ain't no salmon in this damn place, and you can't patch that with no band-aid. The blood is running thick, but it will feed the wounded. Just give it time. We're standing in the last days and beginning every chance we take. Take that chain to break that dance. Take that chain to break that dance. Take that chain. Yeah, honor the fallen and bless the living. That's the mantra I follow. Smoking incessant, sipping up on the best medicines. Now I'm embellished with a biosynthetic metal jacket exoskeleton. Cause you want it, they got it. We need more discipline in our world. They dot moving with monkey motions, centered in the dark feeling. All my subconscious is locked for centuries and vaults. My offspring will eventually open the way. I'm just letting the fall be placed on their generations. I'm onward to braver crusade like Moses and Hail, Acacia and Veil, Akasha, Karkazan, revive a cicada. I'm taking the fall just to rise up again and blaze like a star. Avant-garde takes the game to the heart and knows it's not a game but an art. If it was, I would take a harder look at my stats and debate, taking some off of my traits that ain't great. I got melee, kicking your face, mate, but I'm rocking this, mate. Take days training with pain state, chase with Dutch Brave and some spilt milk on my lunch breaks, but I ain't drained, cuz Gaia will always provide for those who rise. Fight fire with water, earth, soul, and mind. Climb higher than wave, return with open eyes. Cause Gaia will always provide. I said Gaia will always provide for those who rise. Fight fire with water, earth, soul, and mind. Climb higher than wave, return with open eyes. Cause Gaia will always provide. I rise. A dam on a river is like an artery that's clogged. The planet could just wither until we're hardly living, but this land is given equal. Parliament does not. They have you mowing instead of harvesting the crop. Drop seeds on your lawns and then garden it for raw sources of feed in the proper portions. Let's teach children, watch them grow up to be healthy, knowledgeable in a clean planet, startable soul and a frequency constantly growing in peace, yeah. I don't rep gangs, but I gamble with Gaia. High in this cosmic casino days, advancing this style, betting my days for the freedom that is rightfully ours. Power to people, live your life for the hours of few. But we see so much each round on this blue dot. Like wow, it's leaving me speechless, wondering how does it do that? How am I even here breathing, wondering how do I do that? I'll tell you.
Gaia will always provide for those who rise. Fight fire with water, earth, soul, and mind. Climb higher than wave, return with open eyes. Cause Gaia will always provide. I said Gaia will always provide for those who rise. Fight fire with water, earth, soul, and mind. Climb higher than wave, return with open eyes. Cause Gaia will always provide.
If the well and treat our water, cause we didn't treat it well. I seen loggers pouring concrete down a river with some help, with some coppers that'll stomp me if my friends don't hear me yell. Help. We're in this deep-seated lineage made up of people and animals who've been teaching their children how they can reap what was gathered and keep on the battle. As we led our species from simian beasties leaping on branches to clean brilliant masses, creating a million facets, using technology, vision, and planning how to defeat what has been hassling us like a feed and a travel. It's a feat that is drastic, life's not easy and lavish, but the greedy must have it, and we're creatures of habit. Even though we're surrounded by these screens and the traffic, stressing out, rushing through town, never sleep as a passenger. Our primitive passions demanding a reason for action. So I'm ripping the trees for a rack of rib to then eat what the pack and sing. I'll bring the dopest flows and weed while I dance and linger to the tone of foam, creating the tenance within here. I've got they soul of my soul to speak like that me rolling highs can be. None of that beacon online or knowing how sorry the phonies will breathe. Yeah. ATLAZ.
I've been up and I've been down, but I bounce to the rhythm that I found. I've been broke, still so close, but I'm still looking in the same mirror though. I've been high and I've been low, but I learned how to step through it all, questioning everything while I'm going back and forth and back and go.
How do you present yourself when no one's with you, G? Are you present with self or droning out frivolously? What presents do you give? For what intention? I be 100% a dot, not a fucking decimal screen by government bits, corporate policy, or any of you. Peace comes from in your anthology, this penmanship's me. Whether in wet forest harmony or desert dehydration, I know I'm blessed.
I've been high and I've been low, but I learned how to step through it all, accepting everything while I'm going back and forth and back and go.
You know what drives me insane? Humans' never-ending fight for meaning, writing fables, but lighting atheneums ablaze to silence a nation. To oblivion we're taken, just for an ephemeral placement high on the chain. While etched emerald tablets are cased where the mind really gazes. It's time to turn inward and try integrating these lines illustrated from divine inspiration to raise the vibrations around. This life astounds me. And it gets me down, see. But I keep bouncing. Yeah, I'm bouncing. I'm still bouncing. Hey, Doc. Yeah, look.
I've been up and I've been down, but I bounce to the rhythm that I found. I've been broke, still so close, but I'm still looking in the same mirror though. I've been high and I've been low, but I learned how to step through it all, questioning everything while I'm going back and forth and back and go.
Cause I see me and all I'm exposed to, the evil, the peace, and the rot of the growth due to keeping the balance when encompassed in wrath. I can't sit back when challenges are granted. I fight like a gladiator, then back to the layer where I lay her. Now she gladiator, time to craft a saber. Mine is snapped from slaying 10,000 rappers, saying that the ace with it.
I've been there, now I'm here, bouncing with the rhythm in my ears, with no fear, moving on, going back and forth and back and go.
is a palindrome. Do you borrow or rob it? It's not a stasis, so to the status quo, it's evil to live and create your flow. Disobeying orders from those obeying orders, from those who disobey the orders from deified sagas about a rotator. Whoa, debate is slow. But when the universal clock strikes noon, we're vapors, so with a pocket full of pastimes, I'm off into the vast lands that are offered to me. Honorably, I'm traveling through my past lives, through karma enduring traps that I've fallen into the last time. Samadhi ain't learned, you've gotta enter a conscious state of watching your nerves and thoughts that occur. Don't ask why, hold off and observe. The last while you've been off and on turned into objects and virtues to camouflage who you are, but
relax your eyes, come down to earth. Move your body, speak your mind. The truth don't hurt, just let it go.
a vice gripped your patterns that served a purpose when your mind has been scattered, unsure and hurting with the serpent lurking, strangling its emergence. Just let it go.
I let my soul climb as high as it wants inside. I trust if I fall,
It's cause I needed to, unimpeded with life not just cease to have a meaning. I'm Son, I'm Jesus, I'm Baphomet and Buddha, Elohim, Jah Selassie, Shakti, Shiva, Anunnaki, Machu Picchu, La Luna, and Metatron, Zeta. I'm just being what speech can't comprehend. I'm the end, the beginning, the incentive, and the regret. The immeasurable intensity that's felt with every breath. When your essence has been embellished with a psychedelic intelligence, eloquence, and chaos. I'm the vibration emanating existence through the silent infinity between each second of time, demonstrating simple yet complex design. Forever is immediately left behind, but from death is life. Ubiquitous presence of every kind. You must quit this, hesitate and let it shine, or don't. It's fine, cause everything's bound to happen once in a while. Give love to mine. Don't ask why. Yo. Yo, listen. I get intimate with the instruments, diligent like that diligent. A pillar that just ain't appealing to him. I'm strict but not restrictive with my wicked and often misfit gift of life while I watch the shifting winds of time that's offered. I'm feeling this. Token spliffs and bongs while I sip this psychedelic beverage. The fire that I set is warm. I'm tired but I'm blessed because I got my life's essence of my invested love. I'm messed with but been sequestered, wondering what the effing fuck has been happening the last 2,000 years backwards with savagery. And then the rest is what? Filed in a chest 100 miles underground in a Templar dungeon, a pile on the ground and then met combustion by the crown's order. Left is nothing. I said by the crown's order, left is nothing but the ashes.
this is an emergency. I can feel the urgency. Not on the brink of urgency. And it's between I and the phoenix. It's emergency. I can feel it burning deep. This is an emergency. And it's between I
off dead. But then I realized that I got a pretty hot head, and disrespecting my life like that is some fucking nonsense. I'ma get up, try again, and lift out the pit I'm lost in. Rotten and guilty of a lot, this fruit's been composing. Dropping all these seeds that spring up in the spring, unfolding, composing, and bringing forth the possibility. I'm molding, promoting a liquid up on the beat, controlling the mold of my conscious humility. Been around the block since a kid. I'm dripping wet and breezy, see. In the depths with B, she be. Giving head will beast be B-U-M-P-A-N. She likes some tectonic activity. I'm repping my city, G. That's Atlantis, you feeling me? My path is the Trinity. The sunken land and my spirit bask in the city. But family, you see the beings alchemized and never seen its magic. Believe in me? You don't have to, cause all around we can reach for these, and they'll happily teach and heal. Grow rapid and seed our fields if we had them. These bastards just reach, and I've had it. Not listening to CDC, it's just racket. I got my Ray sheet tea steaming, steeped in a chalice, and the keys to my palace. They tryna snatch my reason and choice, label me this, that, but damn, I got my freedom, don't I? Or did I not read the fine lines? Next they'll repeat that old thing where they said,
"No person shall disturb the peace by participating or abetting in any rude, indecent, drunken, riotous, or
man,
violent
fuck the police, human rights scare 'em. If you gotta pull a rifle, be sure why, fuck a yes man. And if you got yourself a child, stop the violence and cherish that. Do you know why?
This is an emergency. I can feel it burning deep. Not on the brink of urgency. And it's between I and I, the phoenix.
Yo, activate it, integrate it, don't hesitate and demonstrate it. Meditate with balance and patience, setting a way to elevation. While bliss inside of your palace takes your breath away, then backing, know that this is your rightful passage through the endless chaos unraveling. Challenging who you think you're trapped in, mastering your habits, laughing with the universe, not at it, tacking goals up on your mantle. I'm you are, so we are prancing fierce while peering back and wrapped in a 3D tube that's mapped after the whole. But obviously we're people that scrounge for what we can, oblivious by the time that we party on the weekend. Nobody's perfect, cause we're all harboring in our DNA, accreting that reach and take, while leeching like demons, waiting for lesions to creep in and eat us and strain, and a reason to keep up our praying. So say what you mean in the face it, you manifest even the deepest of pains, unique it, but hey, we can rearrange this racist matrix. Most of us came from society's mangle, we've been burnt at the stake in a pile of anguish. Let's take the ash back and then rise like phoenixes.
Society, sobriety, consumed by the ego that lies to keep itself from the light. We'll rise from the ashes. It's just a matter of time.
We are fighting a war. It's a war on our health. It's a war that's been going on for decades and is waged by the pharmaceutical industry. They have always put profits before patients. That toll has been heavy over the decades. It is now a crime against humanity. We've been fighting that war. We're fighting for ourselves, our patients, and all of you. We are fighting against Big Pharma. They have controlled and captured our health agencies. Every single policy that they have issued out of those agencies the entire pandemic was written by the pharmaceutical industry. And that is a war on repurposed drugs. We've known now for 2 years that there are cheap, safe, highly effective, and widely available medicines that can treat this disease. That information
is a motherfucking fact. We got truckers stampeding, running laps through the streets saying even we don't fuck with that. Why you telling me to just give up and vax? I'm not saying don't muscle me with a mask or denying people bust out in a casket. I'm just having a tough time handing out my free pass through this life. There's actually still more dying from alcohol, pills, and sadness on balcony sills. We're asking for paths that are clear but addicting, battling fear. I know that reality's ill. With more than a pathogen killing, it's horrible, yeah, but until we journey past unsustainable and unnatural living, we're doomed anyway, so of course I stay my course with a passionate vision born on this planet that spring forth with the force and the force it has within it. I am the source.
I never thought that it would be like this, but I got ripped skin on my fingertips, cause I'm living free and it be like this. I wanna see my kids at peace like this, with all the old peeps safe so they can teach like this. I wanna meet friends and get real like this. I got infinite more things to fear than sickness, so I breathe and say what I mean like this. I'm infinite.
Used to think that I was innocent, But get this, I'm in a cis-dominated system that's tainting the system and all ancient creations. My faith isn't in laws of payment, it's in our retribution to regain all that's been taken. Like the wisdom from sages and the kids lost in rape. But don't forget it's not just indigenous Canadians, because we all are native to somewhere hollowed and shaken to dry our roots. But a few drops of water laden with truth God had made them. We'll renew all with patience, I'm living proof. Now I'm not just making this all up. What the fuck, I've been knocked and maced by cops on government funds loggers make for them. Yeah, it's corrupt, but it's not just them versus us. No, it's not just them versus us. It's them versus them. And it gets a little gruesome, so I grew some. Stood up quick, got equipped, and then moved on. With my youth drawn from a huge fountain that ooze boundless and moves mountains, but they choose not to acknowledge it. While I follow each trudge, sprint, and frolic, I uplift my oscillations with the knowledge that comes in. To offer my what ifs and start on my pursuit to use it in love and give as I watch as it comes back 100-fold.
I never thought that it would be like this, but I got ripped skin on my fingertips, cause I'm living free and it be like this. I wanna see my kids at peace like this, with all the old peeps safe so they can teach like this. I wanna meet friends and get real like this. I got infinite more things to fear than sickness, so I breathe and say what I mean like this.
Looking at the ground and the moss is profound, seeing mold and fungi operate and offer abound. It's like a mosaic to me when knowledge pour out, but most say ick while they hobble around, stomping and pounding their feet while I be hip-hopping around. Light as a cloud, but I feel the weight that the cosmos endowed to me. It piled on me, I've been a coward creeping in the shadows that devour me, but now I'm free. Still confused like waterways, take a cruise and wash away the blues of yesterday, infusing the blessings awaiting use with all the pain we've been through to conquer a nation with truth and honor, replacing abuse and trauma. So I keep moving the prana and training to tune my body, relax, adapt, and balance, amen, improve my shots. A-dot, make 'em a mark, feeling so smooth, but I gotta practice my practice back to back, improve us all. That a kid with a dream can manifest it with truth and all authenticity. Hard to mimic me, not gonna limit me, cross the finish and start the process again and again, and then start it 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 again and again.
I never thought that it would be like this, but I got ripped skin on my fingertips, cause I'm living free and it be like this. I wanna see my kids at peace like this, with all the old peeps safe so they can teach like this. I wanna meet friends and get real like this. I got infinite more things to fear than sickness, so I breathe and say what I mean like that.
That information has been suppressed. We are in a war of information. That's why we need you. We have to get this critical information out to save you. People are dying. They are killing us with censorship and propaganda. They are manipulating the minds of millions. Most of the healthcare system, many of my fellow physicians are completely brainwashed into believing that there is no treatment. They tell us to vaccinate ourselves endlessly and boost ourselves, even though that single strategy has failed, is failing, and will continue to fail. It must stop.
hold it, hold it, hold it. Let it go, own it, own it. But you better know when the moment comes to you. Listen close, let it go. The protection of my divine essence integrated into my presence. So I'm questioning this quest and digressing. And we're with my friends of light that was sent to help until waking trials, meant for us to realize our life's message. Low generational divides kept us separate and always fighting. I'm 7 ahead getting struck by bolts of lightning that open meridians. 1,000,000 volts must spin inside of a flux after 20 years living covered in rust. Bust, split the mold and adjust. With love, heal your soul through the dust that has been thrust through the cosmos, making you and all that we can view with consciousness. Nothing is in the way of a harmony except for us. If you want that change, drop your armor and trust in your senses and intention. Find your zen inside of this world stuck with addiction, violence, and drones flying. With an eye on those who rise up to people closed off to real emotion, like Teal Jones making meals for the false shield force, hiding deals formed behind sealed doors, funded by my giant burial force that are cleared north all the way through these islands to here shore. I can see the course that we need to journey through. No voodoo, but heed this note. If you breathe with flow and keep your genius growing, each moment can teach us so much. Reap what you sow and own up to your piece of this green blue globe, bruh. So what's next? I don't know, bruh. I can't tell the future, but I show up a shogun with no need to show guns. Everywhere I go is home, moment in the lotus, hitting the tone of universal atonement. I've been broken, but I'm owning up to myself and a whole load of bullshit that I couldn't control. But now I choose to grow while I move my soul through hoops to where I can move the most. I came through the lows, but now I do the most to keep me moving with youth inside my human bones. I used to groan, but now I'm used to cold. When I wake up in the morning, gotta stoke the stove and do-si-do over the hoops and holes that used to fall and always, y'all, and always, y'all, and always.
Most my life I've been gripping this shield like I'll die if my guard yields, saying I'm fine, but I'm crying inside. I'm scarred, but now my heart's healed. I know why I tried, don't ask why. No time for lies, let the alarm squeal. Hear it, don't fear it, Cyanide here to march with you. And you, and you.
Like this society, fish in the water don't have eyes to see what's in front of them, so they trust the school entirely. That makes it easy to be fooled when your mind's at sea, especially with these hooks right in front of me. It's just a money thing when things get muddy quick. What you live for, brother, think of your mother, your children's children, and not to mention all the hundreds before that built, loved, and suffered because they wanted us to be fucking free, huh? There's too much to see, bro. I painted beauty all at once, but see, it crumpled me like a rough piece on some loose leaf. I got a gut feeling, and it's the truth, G.
Then I remember that everyone's love looks vastly different. Don't be so quick to judge. Don't trip over yourself, overthinking what you're capable of. Raising your vibration by choosing love. Live from my heart cave, the sacred well, peace and bliss, where when one throws a coin down the well of being, give them no splash. Look at them and smile. Follow with grace and let it pass through you. Create, cultivate, and consume consciously. Give your love and kindness forward. Guided by the light, remember that your timeline is so divine. Filled with courage and some wisdom to carry on. Trust the universe, Father Sky, Mother Earth. Enjoy the space between where you are now and where you are going. Don't stress, don't worry. Everything is already decided. Allow yourself to flow through this life, this dimension of time. With deceit running rampant in our lives, normalized and justified by the patriarchy of colonization. When will the lies stop? When will we realize? It's up to you and I. Expand your individual consciousness collectively. astral plane of existence, projection and reflection of this internal plane of symmetry and sacred geometry. Ask yourself, if not now, when? Will you try and see what lies on the other side before you die?
I try not to be so negative, but this life leaves my head a spinning. This time just let me live, I see no benefit in sedatives. Pillaging when you pillaging, don't appeal to him, I'm sipping medicine. These elements are at my fingertips, I'm done living for that bullshit. There's billionaires with children affairs, trying to buy all the hills and steal our shares. Investing in politicians to make laws for the profit at the cost of a will that is snared like a squirrel that can't get its own nut. It's over when the karmic vultures come circling. So I'm little righteous trying to heal through prayer. I can feel in the air that the real are gonna prevail.
We got missiles going off, disses and threats behind a desk, a holocaust that's caused by manipulating our brain and our body, and an angel's gonna watch. Here, take this Molotov. With the flame of anguish, erase the pain we lost inside. I was afraid to fucking die, man, with nothing but haze up in my eye. So I smudged up the sage and let it cry. Fuck all the chainmail that we hide behind to muzzle the pain, cause you might notice something you crave day and night. Don't come close to making you high, no more numb, don't angry at life. Time to walk away from all of the lies. My condolences to those drained by the grind and a system that's censoring the justice and praise I must hate in the kind. We gotta unveil our minds, then flip up the leverage that's been messed with gravely on the scales of life. Gaze through the eyes of others that are facing some trials completely different than yours to understand why we're divided. It's simple. Drop the shield, drop the shield, drop the shield, drop the shield, drop the shield.
Most my life I've been gripping this shield like I'll die if my guard yields, saying I'm fine, but I'm crying inside. I'm scarred, but now my heart's healed. I know why I tried, don't ask why. No time for lies, let the alarm squeal. Hear it, don't fear it, cyanide here to march with you. Most my life I've been gripping this shield like I'll die if my guard yields, saying I'm fine, but I'm crying inside. I'm scarred, but now my heart's healed. I know why I tried, don't ask why. No time for lies, let the alarm squeal. Hear it, don't fear it, cyanide's here to march with you. And